everyone, Tina here. I hope your day's going lovely. Thanks so much for joining me. Thanks for clicking on the video. Well, I have a fun spring basket full of florals card to share with you. We're going to do it in 5 easy steps, but they're going to be really easy steps because this is going to steal the show. This here is called the Country Basket Bouquet. It's from Simon Says Stamp. It's actually part of a brand new release that just happened today over at Simon Says Stamp called Beautiful Moments. I'll leave a link down to the entire release if you want to check it out. But today's project is using 2 items from the release. We have the Country Basket Bouquet, and then we also have the double loop bow, which is the fabulous, very large bow that we're going to add to the basket just to pretty it up. We're going to jump in and get started creating our focal point, and we're going to do some die cutting. This die set comes with a magnet, so when you take it out of the envelope, it's all nice and pretty, all separated on a magnet. And the basket itself is perfect for A2 size cards. And actually, when I say it's perfect for A2, I think it'd be perfect for a 5x7 card also. You see how nice size it is? There's an insert on the basket weave so you could put something behind it because these little squares punch out. But I'm going to do some die cutting with some nice spring colors of cardstock, and I'll be right back. For my leaves, I use 2 shades of green. I'm using Spellbinders Peridot and Spellbinders Rainforest. And there's a larger leaf in here that I didn't use for this card, but I did use these 2 dies for my leaves. Okay? And then there's lots of beautiful florals in here. These, I did 3 sets of these. Let me show you which is this. This one I die cut out 3 times. I created these flowers. I'm going to show you how I created them really quickly. I'm just using my orange ink. This is Simon Says Stamp's Coral. And all I'm doing is adding a little ink to the very, oops, that's a lot, but that's okay. A little coral to the top. Also on this piece, I'm going to add it to the bottom. Okay, and then this flower is a single flower that I'm just going to add a little bit of orange to the middle. We're going to put a little glue here on this flower. And then there's this flower center that actually I'm going to add a little bit of brown to. I'm going to use my latte ink. Just pick up a little bit of brown here. Actually, yeah. And add it to this flower center. And then we can add this to this flower. Add a little glue at the bottom. And then we can add the layer that goes here for a little bit of dimension. And that's all there is to that flower. And then that flower's done too. So we have 3 of these. And then for this flower here, we have these 2 petals that I'm going to add a little orange ink in the center. We'll add a dot of glue. We layer them. And then I add another dot of glue. And then we can layer this top piece over the center, and that flower's done. We have 2 of those flowers now. These flowers here I think these flowers are versatile because you can layer them together or they look great on their own. So I die cut them out with pink. And I'm just going to add some ink to the center of these flowers. I love orange and pink. And then a couple dots of glue. There's 5 flowers in this set, but I used 1 for these. Okay, and then all we do is add, actually I'm going to put this one over here, a couple of layers, and we have a couple of extra little flowers. Okay, lastly we have our leaves. I die cut out several, and I'm going to add a little bit of ink. I'm using my Simon Says Stamp Field ink. We'll just add a little bit of green, and then we'll ink up the edges here on these leaves. And that's all there is to our florals. I did take this and I die cut this out with some Spellbinders Fog cardstock. I die cut it out twice, so I have 4 little sprigs. I think it's gonna be nice and springy. I'm gonna wipe my surface off and we'll put together our basket. Okay, for my basket, I removed the insert and I die cut this out with white cardstock. I'm going to add glue along the left and the right. Okay, and then I'm going to add some foam squares on the top here, just so I have a little bit of height at the top of the basket. And I put it towards the center because I'm not going to tuck the flowers in the basket. You see how we have a little gap? You can tuck them in there, but I'm not going to. I just wanted a little bit of dimension on the basket. Now we're going to add a thin bead of glue at the top, a thin bead of glue at the bottom, and then we have these decorative pieces that really are so pretty. They just kind of make the basket. That goes in the bottom. This one goes on the top. I mean, it looks very pretty. Look how gorgeous that is. Kind of looks like icing on a cake. And then as far as the basket handle goes, all we're going to do is add the basket handle here, and we'll let that dry. That's what the back looks like. Now we're going to stuff our basket, and we'll just add a little glue. Some of these flowers I'm going to attach to the leaves. I want height on my basket, so I'm going to build higher behind the flowers. For example, I'm going to take this piece here and then I'm going to add it behind this flower to kind of add a little bit of height. Okay, I have a couple flowers left over and some leaves. We're going to add these once we add our greeting and our bow. Okay, so I'll put these to the side. This is what my floral looks like when you flip it around. Kind of a mess, but that's okay. Let's bring in the double loop bow, which I think you guys are just going to love this. Let me show you. Okay, this bow is 1 die, and I'm going to cut this out. I'll be right back. Okay, there's 4 loopies. They're all individual. And the great thing about them being individual is you can customize your bow as big or as little as you want. And all you do is add dots of glue. Then you can add your loopies. You can go up, or you can go out, or you can go down, or you can add more loopies if you want to make a bigger bow. You can die cut out another set of loopies. So you just add them together, and then there's the tails of the bow here. You can go either way with them. I think we're going to go this way with it. Add a couple dots of glue, and we attach this behind the bow here. And then there is a bow center that you just add a dot of glue to. I'm die cutting out with white cardstock because I want to keep it soft. There we go. That's all there is to the bow. And I think it's going to go really good with the basket. I think it's going to go right there. Okay, so our focal point is all done. Now we're going to move on to step number 2, which is our home panel. Now, believe it or not, since we have a lot going on with our focal point, I'm going really simple. I'm just taking a piece of white cardstock, and we're going to trim this down. We're going to trim it down to a panel that measures let's go 4 inches by 5 1/4. Okay, and then let me see. And oops, I got some glue there. I want to see if this will fit on here, what this is going to look like. I think I can get away with taking another 1/4 inch off. So bringing back my paper trimmer, we're actually going to trim this down to 3 3/4 by 5 inches. Lovely. And then this is going to be my home panel. Let's go ahead and add our bow. Let's go ahead and add our basket. I'm going to flip this over. We're going to put foam tape behind here. I'm not going to put it behind the handle, just behind here. That's on our home panel. Let's move on to step 3 and create our sentiment. For my sentiment today, I'm bringing in another die set from Simon. This is a part of the Beautiful Moments release, but it's a fabulous die set. It's called Little Banner Basics, and I'm going to die cut out the hello with its shadow. Okay. We'll die cut out the hello with some seaside cardstock, the same color that we used for our basket, and then the shadow I'm going to die cut out with white cardstock. I'm going to add a little bit of glue behind the hello, and I did keep the O to the hello because I want to add the inside piece. Tack that down. I'm going to add a little dot of glue, and we'll complete that O here. And that will be my greeting. I'm going to flip this over and put some foam tape behind here. Let's go ahead and add our greeting to our home panel. So that's all there is to that. I did take those extra flowers and leaves and added them to my my basket. Put one under here, a couple inside the bouquet, and a leaf over here. Just kind of doing a little extra tucking. But you see how busy the basket is? You really don't need anything much for your home panel. Okay, let's move on to step 4 and create our background. Again, you don't need much because this is pretty nice focal point. All I'm going to do is bring in some fog cardstock. This is an A2 panel. I'm going to go ahead and put this on my card base. And that's all there is to my background. Pretty quick and easy. Let's go ahead and take our home panel, flip it around. We're going to add some glue behind here. And then we'll place this on the front of our background. Now we're going to move on to step 5, which means it's time to embellish. I'm going to bring in some pearls. I'm using my liquid pearls. These are the white opal. And I'm just going to add some liquid pearls to the flower centers. And that's all we're doing. That will finish off my card project today using some brand new items from Simon Says Stamps. Brand new Beautiful Moments release. I hope you can check it out. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for sticking with me to the end. I have 2 more videos that you guys might be interested here. If you guys are new and like the content that you see, click that subscribe button and also the notification bell. That way for future videos, be notified. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It sure does help the channel. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.